Hi, good morning. This is the JRV Morning Show with your host, J. Richard Varvel, coming to you live today from Facebook. It's so awesome that Facebook has this opportunity to be able to go online, and I know I'm just taking in my hair. I was in a bit of a rush this morning because my phone went dead yesterday, and I wasn't able to. Because of that, I tried to make an appointment with the Apple Store with the the Genius Bar, and like the appointments weren't till Saturday, and I was like, well, that isn't going to work very well, and and then called the warranty line, and then they told me that I could go in the morning and get on the wait list in the morning. So I wanted to tell you about this for a couple of reasons. But the biggest reason is the lesson in it, as far as manifestation and pre-path paving the way for ease and grace in your life. And one of the ways to do that is to visualize how you want the outcome to go. So yesterday I visualized that I would come in, get on the wait list, be able to be taken care of first thing, and be able to walk out I imagine myself smiling, walking out of the Apple Store, out of the mall, able to get home on time to do this live broadcast. And guess what? It all worked out just like I wanted it to. I was able to get my phone going again. It just needed to be reset and rebooted somehow. They were able to do that at the store. And he checked it out, made sure there was nothing else wrong with it. And then I was on my way. I had a smile on my face. So I was very grateful. And I was able to get home in time to now be live here at 11. So now all that being said, just as a FYI, it does not always work out the way you want it to. But there's no there's nothing hurting us in the sense of putting out there how we want it to go, because that's the way we tell the universe what we want. Now, the universe I see as it's everything, really. We're all encompassed within the universe, whatever that really is. And everyone, I feel like, has a very different idea of that, and that's great because we all get to then come together and share our perspectives and get to inspire one another and get to educate one another in different ways of seeing it. And I don't see any problem in that either, because it just opens us up to more information, more knowledge, and from my perspective, knowledge is power. It's important to know what's going on. It's important to understand the reality that you live in, that's going on around you, and your place in it, and how you want to operate within it. All those things are great to discover if you haven't already, because those are what allows you to begin to create the life that you want, if you're not already doing that. So let's see. Okay, so anyways, that's that. I'm excited. I'm here. I'm live, and all worked out great this morning. I'm excited that my phone is back in business, because I enjoy doing these videos. I feel like I'm just getting some steam going here with a live show, and I want to continue to keep that momentum going. So, right now, I would like to do the drawing for the blend, because I want to put on a blend. So, I am shaking up the remaining 8 blends. They're all represented in here, so we can see for day 3 what blend day 3 wants to be. 4. I know it's backwards, but I think it's fun to show anyways. 4. So blend 4. Blend 4 is Pure Potential Realized. And on this one I have Ignite and Encourage Your Energy. So what do I mean by ignite and encourage your energy? When we're in the matrix and we're really kind of buried underneath quite a few layers of it, and within matrices of within matrices within matrices, and that's a whole thing to get into. But anyways, when you're really in it, in the program, so to speak, and you're in it to win it, we get disconnected from ourselves because we are busy fitting ourselves into a box that fits into the system, that fits into the matrix, and so we're not necessarily really able to be ourselves. Because of that, we need to start, we disconnect from ourselves, because that's the only way we can not be ourselves, is we have to somehow disconnect from that. And so this oil, this blend, the intention is to reignite that connection, reignite that passion, to get to know yourself, to be curious, to be a detective, to want to know who you really are, and to know what the heck's really going on this planet and beyond, and your part in that, and then what you would like to create, and what you're passionate about, what do you care about. So this Pure Potential Realized, this is actually one of my favorites. This one was created for a female, but just so you know, the oils are unisex. They are not, if it's created for a woman, it doesn't have to be used by a woman. It can be also used by men, and I enjoy using it, and can also reap the benefits. So a little bit about the oils I'm thinking to tell this story is, and this is what my teacher told how she told the story, or how she taught it, was just like for the Academy Awards, for example, and you have Scarlett Johansson, and she's got some designer who's made her a dress, and that dress was unique for her body, her style, what she's about. It's her dress, it's unique to her. But then that dress can be recreated and made into different sizes, and maybe modified a bit to be able to work in the being able to make it in a more mass kind of way. But that dress also can then fit other women and fit them well, and they can enjoy what it feels like to be in that dress, even though it wasn't made specifically for them. But it doesn't mean they can't like it, enjoy it, and feel beautiful in it. So in the same way, the oils, even though each oil is made with one person's specific intentions in mind, because it's made to assist them in their particular journey and what they're going through, and what they're facing in their life, but the energy pattern that is created through the oils, through the bringing together of the different oils and the blends within blends, that is creating an energy harmonic that is there to assist in our spiritual journey, our spiritual unfolding, our also known as this thing called life. It's kind of all one and the same. I feel like spirituality has been kind of cut off, just like a lot of other things, like sliced and diced and put in its own little area, but really it's about bringing it all together. How do all these things come together? How do all these things work together? I feel like that's where the real mastery comes in, and that's where the real understanding begins to be there, that clarity. So the oils, same thing. So they're made for one person, but they can then be beneficial for other people. Like each oil, just like the dress, isn't for everybody, but there are other people that can appreciate it, enjoy it, and get good use out of it. So in the same way, the oils, that energy signature, there are other people that are going to be drawn to want to use it to assist them in their journey, even though it wasn't made specifically for them. If you have any questions about that, or you're curious about the oils and the blends and the ones that have already been created, or you are interested in having one created for yourself, please message me, because I would love to talk to you about it and give you even more detail than I've given so far throughout these videos. But no, there will be more to come as we go. So we are at 11:10, so I will pull the card for everybody, for the card for the day, excuse me, after the 11:11 meditation. And so I want to begin to prepare for the 11-11 meditation by taking a few deep breaths together. So let's do that. Really bringing yourself present, becoming fully focused in this moment. Another one. And begin to start releasing any tension, any resistance, any stress you might be holding anywhere in your body. We're going to continue to let that go as we take another deep breath. All right, it's 11:11. I want you to close your eyes, please. And we're going to use our imagination to go deeper within for this meditation. I want you to begin by growing roots from the base of your spine and the bottoms of your feet down into the center of Mother Earth. We're doing this to get grounded into Mother Earth and to remember our connection to her. She is a life sustainer. We wouldn't be here if she didn't exist. And now I want you to, if your consciousness is up in your mind, I would like you to take a spiral staircase from your head, your brain, down through your throat and into your heart space, bringing your focus and attention into your heart space. I want you to become aware of a gold and silver ball of light. This is representative of your divine spark, your divine connection. And we're going to grow that bigger and bigger. It's growing and growing and growing, growing past your skin, growing. We're going to grow it out to 25 feet past your body. And this is the sphere that you are within. This is your energy sphere. This is your energy, and you're in the middle of it. And it is being emanated from the center of you. That is how powerful you are. Take a moment in this energy. Feel your energy signature. See if there are any insights, any awarenesses that want to come through at this time. Allow them to just flow. And tell yourself that you'll be able to remember once we come out of the meditation, so you'll be able to take any notes if anything comes through that you want to remember after the meditation's over. But at this point, please stay with your eyes closed and stay in the moment and stay with the meditation. I also would like you to allow time and space. Just allow that to just let it go. It is what it is. And you will come back to it when we're finished with this meditation. We are here in this present, infinite moment together. Take a deep breath. Another one. I would now like you to imagine a raining down of multiple colored particles or multiple color water that's pouring down all around you. It's all the colors of the rainbow and beyond. And all these colors, all these energies are just raining down upon you. And they're being absorbed by your energy field. This is the universal life force energy that is always available, always around us, within us. And we are always able to tune into it, to remember our connection to it. We are never disconnected from it, although our belief systems and our belief systems can literally place a illusory block wall, keeping us from being aware of this connection, even though it's always there. So we're going to take a moment to just envision the violet flame, oceans and oceans of the violet flame emanating from inside out. And this is transmuting any lower vibrating energies, any fragmented energies, any energies that are not yours, transmuting them from any lower frequencies and transmuting them, alchemizing them into love and light of the Most High, raising the vibration of all that energy. And this is also assisting in humanity clearing the planet of toxins and manipulation, control, fear, all the things that can keep us feeling weighed down, stressed out, scared, anxious, in survival mode. Can sometimes make us feel frantic. We can't calm down, settle down, just be. It's almost, it can be impossible, depending upon your energy and how it may be being spliced off and siphoned off. All of that can have an effect on our ability to become present, as well as to be have that clarity and that calm, quiet mind that isn't kind of screaming at us. And some different traditions call it the monkey mind. So now, just I want you to thank yourself. Thank your Light Align team. I see your Light Align teams as like the Verizon team of divine entities of the Most High, of the light, of love, of the universe, that are surrounding us, like the Verizon commercial that used to be, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?" And all the people would be following him around. I see it as the same way. We have a team of animal spirits and departed loved ones and angels, and we have ascended masters and all different aspects of ourselves that we are not even aware of yet. And all that is with us always. We carry that around with us. It's always within us, and it's always accessible. And this is one of the ways in which we can do it. And so know that you are accessing more and more of yourself as we are embodying this energy. And going through this meditation, visualization exercise together. And as always, we're joining forces with all the other humans and entities and beings of light and love out there that are also focusing their attention on love and healing and empowerment and awareness and understanding and really perpetuating truth, like the real truth, not the truth that's masquerading as the truth. All right, I want you to now wiggle your hands, your fingers and toes, and become aware of your physical body. And open your eyes whenever you are ready. Let's see here. And as we get going, and anyone that does this meditation after in the archive, I would love to hear your experience and what insights and awarenesses came to you and how just the overall meditation was in the comments. That'd be awesome. I'd love to hear from you. And so now I would like to pick a card for all of us. We're doing a card of the day. Card of the day. Card of the day. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna fan these out. Ah, look what we got again, opening. This card has come up before. So for me, when cards show up again, and this deck is 2 decks I have mixed together, there are 88 cards here. And so I feel like the universe, when a card comes up, again, usually, when within a few days or something. You know, I've had it where I get them every single day. I used to pull a card every day for myself. I don't do that anymore. But I go in and out of phases. It's just kind of fun sometimes to tune in that way. And so when I was there were different times where cards would come up over and over again. And so I just knew those were energies that I was working with over time. It wasn't something that was just something in the moment. So that being said, the opening that that I talked about last time when this card came up is still available. That opening is still here. We are still figuring out collectively what do we want to do about what do we want to do to go forward here. We have a lot of polarization. We have a lot of people in disagreement. There are a lot of people that see things differently, and there are a lot of hurt feelings. There are a lot of people that don't feel like they're being heard. And so now I feel like it's up to us collectively to come together and figure out creative ways to communicate and share ideas, and doing it from a place of love and compassion, and a place of like giving people an opportunity to share, and understanding the fact that you may not agree with everything that everybody says, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that they're not allowed to have that, and that we don't need people on our side to believe things exactly the way that we do. That's really an illusion of the matrix. That's part of the matrix. That's that whole idea of popularity and what's cool and how many people are, involved, how many people can, join and agree. It's like this whole idea of I need people on my side to feel supported, to feel validated. And without that, it can't be true. It can't be real. That's the illusion, because each one of us truly is in our own world, having our own experience, and that is ours. That gets to be however we want it to be, and no one else can take that away from us. So let's see. I feel like I got a little bit sidetracked there. I want to tune in and see what else wants to come through for opening. So this is a really interesting and unique time for humanity, because there's a seeming fork in the road. There's doing it the way we have been doing it, and then there is doing it from an awake and aware perspective, and then there is everything in between. And there's we're all in our own different place. The whole idea of competition isn't real. When we are embodying ourselves, being ourselves, speaking our truth and being our truth, and we are the only ones that can do that in this world. No one else can do it for us. No one can do it like us. It's when we're doing it, and we're doing it all the way, and we're being our unique, individualized expression of the divine. We are fully realizing that in this reality, there isn't going to be anyone like us. And so there's no need to worry, there's no need to look around and be like, oh, I'm behind, I'm ahead, I'm this, I'm that. Those are all creations of this reality. All of that, as much as it can be experienced as very real, is not real. It's all based in illusion. It's all based in mind, thought form constructs, and mind viruses, belief systems. I mean, all these things have ways of affecting our consciousness and how we access it. So the opening I see is right in our heart space. It's an access point. It's not the only, we're fully connected and aware. But when we're just getting started with turning ourselves back on and realizing that we have been in a matrix, and we have been in a dream, and it's not all what it appears to be, and most of it's inverted and backwards from the way it really is, and that's a lot to wake up to all in itself. But as you're doing that access point to the spark of the divine is for me here, and I don't want to limit it, because everyone else again experiences themselves unique and different. So I don't want to make it only right here, because that wouldn't be true. And so that being said, I just want everyone to realize that your experience is unique and different, and how it is for me and how it is for you is going to be different, and that's okay. And that's kind of hard to swallow, because there isn't any generalized answer or generalized explanation that's going to fit everybody the same. So that's the other reason why it's so important to get in touch with yourself and to become of the knowledge and awareness that you came with, because that is the only real connection. That is the only the real knowledge and information that really matters to you. Anything else in the external world is really just a reflection of what is already there inside. Okay, so that's opening. That's what came through for now. Again, thank you so much for joining me in the archive. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow at 11 for the JRV morning show. Sending you all with a hug of love. Bye-bye.